Okay guys, in this special occasion I would like to say thank you so much for our lecturer Mr. Tito. So here I would like to presentation about our previous material in meeting size. This was language disorder. So, a brief history of learning and language disorder dates back to the 19th century in Europe. Medical experts examined the relationship between brain injury and learning and language disabilities. During the 1920 until 1960, psychologists and educators began to identify and incorporate this disability into education through language perfection and movement approaches. And language disorder can be defined as a significant delay into the use and understanding or spoken or writing language which may involve the form of language that was phonology, syntax, and morphology in contents or meaning semantic or in this use pragmatic in any combination. And there are different type of language disorder, and these disorders can occur in both children and adults. Some common language disorders include: 1. Specific language impairment is called SLI. SLI is a language development disorder characterized by difficulties in language acquisition and use. Children with SLE may have difficulty with grammar, vocabulary, sentence structure, and the understanding complex language. And for the second is aphasia. Aphasia is a language disorder that occurs as a result of brain damage, usually from a stroke or head injury. It affects a person's ability to speak, understand, read, and write. There are different types of aphasia, including expensive aphasia or difficult producing language, and respective aphasia, difficulty understanding language. So here aphasia have 4 types. For the first type is broadcast aphasia. It's characteristic by difficulty in producing speech. Patient may have difficulty forming complete sentence, speaking fluently, and finding the right words. For the second is Wernicke's aphasia. It's characteristic by impaired language comprehension and fluent but non-self speech. Patients may have difficult understanding spoken or write language and produce meaningless sentences. So for the next is global aphasia. That is the most several types of aphasia that affect language comprehension and production. Patients may have limited speech production, difficulty understanding spoken or writing language, and difficulty in finding words. For the last is anomic aphasia, characteristic by difficulty in finding and remembering words. Patients may have difficulty in finding the right word and using common word or describing object or concept indirectly. So for the third is developmental dyslexia. Dyslexia is a language-based learning disorder that affects reading and spelling skills. People with dyslexia may have difficulty disparaging words, recognizing signs words, and understanding the relationship between sounds and letters. For the next is autism spectrum disorder. It's called ACD. ACD is a developmental disorder that affects social interaction, communication, and behavior. Some individuals with ASD may experience difficulty in language development such as speech delays, echolalia or repeating words or pairs, or challenging in understanding and using non-literary language. So for the conclusion, psycholinguistic research on language disorder aims to understand the underlying cognitive processes that contribute to these disorders. This research explores factors such as language processing speed, working memory, attention, and exclusive function in individuals with language impairments. This research helped develop interpretation and strategies to support individuals with language impairment in their communication and language development. So thank you so much for your attention, and I say goodbye.